battle for North America. Let's do it. Okay. All right, we're in the game. We're ready. Just in case. All right, in the upper left-hand corner of crossing field in the brown is the American Hope Ty2.
In the pink, we have the Canadian
Ty2
Hope.
fighting.
It is Crossy. And it's not just an NA battle. It is USA versus Canada.
That's
Rapid.
true.
The most important matchup. You know, in the Nation Wars, I think Canada beat USA, but that doesn't matter. If we get American making it farther than any Canadian in BSL, that's what counts.
You know, before I ever heard who Nyoken was, I remember the first time I watched, I think I was watching you play in, this was like maybe EG Nyoken, I think, but I thought you were Canadian. And I was just like, why did they let this a Canadian on this American team? Obviously, like, you know, it's an international team, but this is like when I was first getting into esports. I was just like, okay, and then I learned the error of my ways. So, I mean, I definitely thought that Crossy was Korean, especially when he was out here. So, no, technically, he's allowed to play in these leagues.
He is
so
allowed.
Let's see. I was talking to Artosis about, you know, like the tournaments he's trying to qualify for out here in Korea. And he's like, I can't get away from him. When he was playing in the Corrupted Cup qualifiers, he had to play against Crossy and Ty2, and like they're everywhere. But it's really cool because, you know, Crossy does have a lot of like pretty good results, but I haven't seen him ever make it to like round of 8, round of 4 of a tournament before. So I'm a big believer. And Ty2 last season, so maybe it was 2 seasons ago, really overperformed and made it to round of 4, or was that round of 8 where you got eliminated? Can't remember. Anyway, rather than give you fake news, Ty2 is also extremely good right now. So let's see how they're going to play this. Crossy is the one going for the Expo.
Yeah, Crossy with the low ground expansion, and I was curious if he was actually going to take the back base, like we just saw. But I was thinking about it, like that wouldn't make sense, right? Because your main is still so exposed. So no shocker that he's going to take the low ground here, going to defend it. Ty2 went for a 12 pool, and I'm trying to think, what was the opener last season? I think this is very similar because this gives you good econ. Like we see the mineral count going up pretty high for Ty2. There it is. There's the hatch. Now, even though the back base leaves your main exposed, you got to get up the ramp. So it still should be easy for Ty2 to defend.
So my thought is like, okay, any base or any games that are maps that have back naturals, the idea is that you can either take them sneakily, but in ZVZ, obviously, there's overlords, so you can't really be sneaky about that. So the thing I can think about is that it's kind of hard to harass that natural expansion in the back, whereas Crossy's natural, obviously, is wide open. So there's no ramp to the natural there for Crossy, so he actually could just be a little bit more vulnerable. But also, I guess they won't know exactly what build. Yeah, they will. Okay, so they do know what build each other's going for, but how do you react to that? I think the 10 pool is already a decent start, right?
Yeah, 12 pool is going to give Ty2 the slight layer advantage. You can see he's a few seconds ahead, but you know, factoring in the distance the mutas have to travel across the map, is basically negligible. I guess if I was in Crossy's shoes right now, we saw no nap, and it's Ty2. So you have to start thinking like, well,
wait a second,
what's he doing? There could have been like hidden lings around the side waiting for the Overlord to just get out of vision. But he does see the lair. He's also going to see that it popped. So as soon as he sees it pop, he's going to know that it was a 12 pool. So everything's good and well for Crossy. Now, is anyone going to get aggro? I'm trying to check. Does anyone have speed coming down? I don't see speed. Spire has started for Ty2, and Crossy's going to match the Spire.
Honestly, if we don't get aggro, I think that might be better for Ty2, because like we don't have too many like big brain lords of the late game ZVZ, but Ty2 is definitely one of them. The crazier the game gets, I think the better it is for Ty2.
Well, as you say that, I just took a quick glimpse at the drone count.
Yeah.
16 to 13.
How?
How is Crossy up 3 drones? Like, I still like Ty2's opener. I think Crossy's, since nothing has happened, is a little better, but not like 3 drones.
Yeah. So, it's just astronomical. Like if you're just watching it, or if you're just watching Brood War and you're just like a casual fan, you're like, okay, 3 drones, no big deal. But that's actually gigantic. Like if you just have more Zerglings, then you can just break up things like that ramp, and it's gonna be rough, especially once we get to mutas. We're on 2 gas mutas for both players. Actually, there's no gas at that natural expansion yet for Ty2. has not built it.
Yeah, he hasn't built it.
Just
Crossy has gotten it almost completed, and now we are at even drones. Now the one difference that I'm seeing so far with Ty2's build, up 150 gas. That's two rounds of Scourge. That's big, especially if they connect. So this could be what Ty2 needs to actually just seal the deal in any big fight that they have in the center of the map. Now the first few mutas are coming out. Don't see any upgrades coming out from Ty2. We'll have to wait and see if he's going to get +1 weapon, +1 armor, or if Crossy's going to be the one that goes for armor.
Yeah, I mean, traditionally, I guess you would go with the carapace if you're trying to play muta versus muta. But like, especially if this game goes to 3 bases, goes to double quotes late game ZVZ. I think last time we saw Ty2 switch into like some weird Hydra stuff later on.
They're gonna get there right when they pop.
Oh my god!
Oh!
Ty2,
The timing.
he can't do anything. What are you gonna do? Cancel
Goodbye.
it? Oh no! What? Get me over here! What? How do you dodge that? Okay, so there's a. Look at that micro. He gets like 1 muta.
I mean, that's still not bad for 4 scores.
Yeah,
getting 1 muta. That's an okay trade. But Ty2, how many? Okay, they have even mutas still. But remember, still Ty2 has the gas lead.
Yeah.
He had the 150 gas. He just spent it, but he did get a muta, so he's still up 100 gas. So he still has an advantage in any fight. Now, crossing field, look at the lack of vision both players have. If anybody is out of position with their mutas, drone lines are getting a
yeah, no, you either have to go all in, and that's the thing is like once you realize, wait a second, we've got kind of the same number of mutas. How do you ever like move across the map? Because you know the defender's advantage is just gigantic. So I'm curious to me because Crossy hasn't taken his back natural yet. So maybe that's the reaction. It's like, okay, well, we play the muta game, but try to take a secret base behind it.
Well, one thing to note is massive supply block for Ty2, and he's not playing around it. He's just going for it.
Uh-oh. All right, here we go. This is it. Does he have the mutas? I don't think so. Look at the Scourge. They're hitting pretty well here, but I think Crossy's got that home field advantage.
Yeah, 7 mutas versus 4. This is Ty2 just losing his whole army.
What? What did we just do there? All right. Well, all right, Crossy Field, our new map.
Yes.
Canada wins this one. Unlucky there for Ty2. I guess he thought that he had the advantage there. Or...
Yeah,
he got good Scourge hits.
Yeah, I think he maybe thought he connected with more, but he also didn't factor in the supply block. It was blocked for like 30 seconds.
Oh yeah, that's true.